What's up, YouTube? You're back with Nia's Garden, when my garden's just a little bit bigger. Y'all, it is so good to see you guys. It is so good to see you guys. Listen, I know I'm gonna hear it from you. I haven't been on here. I haven't been consistent with my vlogs. I have so many vlogs to actually put out for you guys that I haven't, and I know I am extending my deepest apologies to you, but y'all know I still love you. For today, I am currently in Memphis, Tennessee. I am actually at the guest house at Graceland. It is right across from Graceland. If you guys are not familiar with what that is, it is like a whole museum, like the Disneyland of things to do for Elvis Presley. It's a museum for him. It shows all of his accolades, all of these really cool things. And I'm here with my boss, who actually produced a show kind of honoring Elvis Presley's story and some other people. I'm not going to sit here and lie to y'all like I know about Elvis Presley for real. I really don't. I did not really listen to his music. I'm listening to it more now that the artist that my boss has is a country artist. Elvis Presley was one of his inspirations and things like that. So I'm getting more into it. But yes, let me show you a little bit of the room. It has, really cool things in here. Anyway, enough of that. How are you guys doing? How are you guys doing? I don't even know where to start, you guys, because so much has happened since the last time I spoke to you guys. Y'all know that I went and went to Mexico for a while, and I came back and I was struggling. And then now I'm in a whole other job that it kind of just fell into my lap. I still am looking back, how did I even get here? I know how I got here, but I don't know how I got here. I know that this was brought to me by obviously a friend put me on and things like that, but the timing of it was impeccable. A lot of things about it was impeccable, but that's kind of what I wanted to get into with you guys today. I wanted to talk to you about everything that's been going on. All right, so first of all, when I came back from Mexico, which was the end of last year, it must have been November, October, or something like that I got back. I was in a weird space. I was in a space of okay, I wanted to stay in Mexico. I wanted to continue traveling, but I knew I had to come back home and make more money. I was really fighting internally. So I got back. Sorry, y'all, I'm recording on my iPhone, but I got back and I was like, I gotta go. I gotta start setting things up to where I can go, because I'm traveling again, and it ignites a fire within me. As you guys know, I cannot stay stationary for a long time. It's just in my soul to just travel from place to place. So I got back and I was like, all right, I gotta put some things in motion. But the money wasn't in motion. So I had to figure out how to navigate, what I wanted to do with very little income. So out of nowhere, unemployment just stopped coming. I was already not getting unemployment how I should have been getting it. People were getting bonuses and stimulus and all this shit before I was getting it. And anyway, my employment was some BS. But so what I decided to do was, I originally decided I was just on Indeed, just any old thing. I think I had an interview to be a carpenter. I ain't never carpented in my life. But the point was, I was dedicated to my vision, and I was like, you know what? I will do anything to get there. So I just started applying for jobs. So a friend of mine, as you guys have seen in some of my lives on Instagram and Facebook, I will eventually collab with him on the YouTube tip. But Jake, he actually put me on to working for this one bar lounge. And guys, it went so bad. It went so bad. First of all, I was giving a lot of my time. I was showing up there and they weren't showing up on time, or the schedule was wrong, or they were training me for 5 days. They were training me when we had a large artist there, which basically was stopping my money. The owner was super rude. You could tell he gets off on like being disrespectful to women, but it wasn't the situation. But I was like, at first I was trying to hold on because right before I got put onto that job, I was doing DoorDash. And I was doing DoorDash like from like 8 in the morning to like 3 in the morning. Like I was literally committed to doing it all freaking day. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make X amount of dollars every single day for a year or for 6 months until I get to do the other stuff that I want to do. Plus my skincare line, shout out to Only Plants. You can follow us on Instagram at It's Only Plants. I'll put it right here. But anyway, yeah, so I was doing DoorDash, and even though I liked that I was in control of my own hours, I was exhausted. And I also was, a beautiful woman delivering food at wee hours in the morning. It just wasn't safe. I ran into a few situations that really just wasn't safe. So when he told me about the opportunity to get an interview to do basically be like a bottle girl, waitress, whatever at this lounge, I was like, I'm with it. Now they trained me at the Sister Lounge. The Sister Lounge operates in no way, shape, or form like the actual lounge that I was going to be working at. That was the first fuck up. I loved the Sister Lounge that I interviewed at and trained at because I loved the girls. I loved the brother that worked there. Super reasonable guy, really cool guy. And I just enjoyed it. But then they told me, nah, you're going to be working at the other place. So I said, okay, whatever. Now, when I got there, it was bigger. And I was like, okay, there's more tables. It might be more going on. But like the vibe with the girls wasn't the same. Even though I will say this, I don't want to tell no lies. Some of the girls were cool as fuck. But as time went on, it just became too mixy. The vibe was just started to be off. And if anybody knows anything about me, I just can't fake how I feel. So I'm gonna distance myself. I'll come into a situation trying to be nice, trying to be accommodating, all this stuff. But if I feel like you're trying to play me, or I feel like you or you're not respecting me the way I'm respecting you, or really you just being cold and you don't want to talk to me, bitch, it's cut. So anyway, the vibe was already strange. Then I got fired one time because on Super Bowl weekend, I wasn't working. And I also didn't know that it was a rule that you had to post the flyer on your off day. I just didn't think about it. Once I knew, because I had been working every single day. So once I knew that I wasn't working that day, I put my phone down and was enjoying time with my family and friends. So they fired me. They didn't even fire me. They just locked me out of the group chat that they took forever to put me in the first place. I was like, okay. So I really needed the job. I was like, listen, I apologize. I didn't know, can we work it out? Blah, blah, blah. Cool. Some strings got pulled and the owner of the new club said, okay, come back. Then on my first day back, they try me again. And this is where I had to think. First of all, they tried me because I was given tables by the owner, and then another girl was delivering bottles, and he was like, split the tab. I'm like, split the tab? I already got the shittiest tables. It was a whole thing. When I brought it to his attention, and all I did was reconfirm the things that he had already told me, he got upset and started to disrespect me, told me, get the fuck out. So when I called him a bitch, he said, well, you could get the fuck out. He had me thrown out by security and all this shit. Now, y'all know me. I am not with that ghetto shit. I'm with that ghetto shit, but work-wise, I'm not with that ghetto shit because I'm a very professional worker. I'm a good worker. I work hard. I'm passionate. And I show up. You know what I'm saying? I've never been late. When I was working there, none of that. And I let them kind of play me in the beginning by not giving me real hours, not being considerate of my time, making me show up when the other girls was not showing up, and sitting me out to work on some of the busiest days. So by that time, I said, when I called him a bitch, by that time I was already done because nigga, I've never been fired. You're going to fire me once, but then you're going to fire me twice? All right, cool. So, but that was my fault because based off of how they handled me before that, I should have known not to go back and to try to get another opportunity there, because by them not even firing me the first time, only taking me out the group chat and no one giving me a heads up, knowing I didn't really know what was going on. And granted, it was in, it was in the packet or something that they had given us, but they had me sign this packet in the middle of training and working. So I didn't actually read thoroughly through it, but I just felt like something like not posting the flyer could have been a warning. You know what I'm saying? You don't have somebody come up there for a week straight and you don't even reimburse them for gas. You don't say thank you for your time, nothing. Sit them out on the biggest day and then just delete them from a group chat because they forget to post a flyer. So it was just, in my mind, I was like, do I really want to work for somebody like that anyway? No. The answer is no, actually. So it didn't work out. So I was like, fuck. I was in the parking lot of the club right before I left, and I was upset because I felt disrespected. Don't get me wrong. I know what y'all going to say. Yeah, I disrespected him by calling him a bitch. But I already felt disrespected. You going to tell me get the fuck out because all I did was, in front of another employee, say back exactly what you told me to do? So you're not having integrity, because instead of being a man and just being like, yeah, I did say that, so blah, 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 you gonna tell me get the fuck out? All right, cool. So I was upset. I was like, fuck, back to square one, no job. Like, I'm gonna have to go back to doing DoorDash. I was fucking exhausted. Part of the tears was from exhaustion. It was just like, I was working nonstop. So anyway, that happened. 2 days later, I get a call from a former friend letting me know, that she was going to be moving on from a position as an assistant to a film producer. And, she kind of, whatever. Basically, fast forward a couple weeks, I've been flown out to LA to learn the job and take over for his other assistant who was doing more. The reason, I'm not trying to downplay my former friend's position, but what I'm saying is the responsibility of the girl in LA was way more, and it really delved into his life because he's from LA. He's not from Atlanta, where my former friend was working for him. So right now, I'm in the process of taking over for someone who's been with him for a long time, really dealing with the ins and outs of his company. So I've been flown out to LA. We also went to Dallas. Now we're in Tennessee dealing with his artists. So things changed. And it was crazy because the testimony was like, I needed to be let go from that job because, first of all, with that bottle girl shit, I was forcing it. Like, I commend girls that are bottle girls because it's tiring. You don't have any of your nights. You don't have any of your weekends. You give up a lot. Like, I think it's not just about being cute and shit. Like, them girls really being there every day. And, like, I'm just not about that life. I'm really not about that life. And, like, I was willing to do it. Don't get it twisted. I was willing to do it because I was going to do anything to make my dreams happen. But I was forcing it because I was not happy. I was miserable. And I was tired and just everything. So I needed to get fired. Now I'm in this new position. And I've had a whole other whirlwind of emotions of like gratefulness and thankfulness, and just it's been so positive. But now I'm having another download of information from the ancestors, from the spirits above, from the spirit guides. I'm just like, what do you want from me? I feel really like frustrated because now my new download is this. And this is what really brings me into this video. I am grateful for what I'm doing and I want to do it longer. But I got so excited when I got thrown into this position because certain things were coming so easily. You know what I'm saying? It was coming so easily. I was thrown right into the field that I want to be in long term. But then today and yesterday, I felt a wash of sadness because it's like, is God testing me? Is God, now y'all know I have my skincare. I have my plants, I have my animals, I have my channel that I've been neglecting. And I'm like, God, are you trying to tell me that like either one thing, I'm going to give you what you want to either see what you're going to do with it, or two, I'm going to give you what you want to show you that you're still not going to be happy until you give attention to what I put in your heart. And that is what I'm feeling right now. I'm like, am I going to be happy? I'm happy right now, but am I going to be happy when I look down the line and think like, damn, okay, well, even though it was a great opportunity, I neglected what God gave me to do again. You know, because the DoorDash thing, like after I came back, when I was in Mexico, actually, and even before that, but really when I was in Mexico recently, you know, God really put a download on me that like, Nia, you need to start focusing on the stuff that you're passionate about, that I gave you as a talent. Like I gave you the tools. Like if you would just apply 100%, you know, things would start to come into fruition. And it's like, maybe I misread this blessing. You know what I'm saying? Because it's still a blessing, but maybe I misread it in the sense of like, maybe God is telling me, don't become so engulfed with this that you neglect what I gave you again. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's amazing that you're doing this. It is an opportunity, but take what you need and keep going. You know, don't get so wrapped up in yet another thing and let another year, another 2 years, another 3 years go by that you haven't put 100% into you. And I gave you the information. I gave you the passion. I gave you the fire. So I'm at a crossroads. I'm feeling conflicted within myself. And I'm really just asking God and the universe for clarity. Like that is what that's what I've fought for, you know, a lot recently is clarity. And I think I found myself getting frustrated with God even because it was like, what do you want from me? You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, as God subtly tells me what he wants from me, it's just like, do I be listening? Or do I be wanting to hear it? Do I really be wanting to hear it? Because sometimes I don't be wanting to hear it. But anyway, that's that. That was my word. I know I just went off into deep thought because like I've really been thinking about this and I needed to get it out. But so the rest of my day is kind of looking like this. We're going to dinner with everyone on the team. We're getting prepped for tomorrow. I need to find some time to continue to write. I'm currently writing a script. I'm like literally in the beginning stages. Shit, I'm like only a few conversations in on the script, but I've been really having like a fire to write this script. So yeah, I'm really just doing that. This is kind of an update because I haven't put out anything. And I know that y'all are so mad at me, but I needed y'all to kind of understand what was happening in life, plus family stuff, you know, just things like that. So I needed to kind of focus and hone in, but I am passionate about vlogging and I am passionate about, you know, sharing information on travel and things like that. So I am going to be more consistent. I apologize to my viewers. I apologize to the people that believe in me for me not showing up recently, but things are going to change. I would love if you guys left in the description or sorry, in the comments below what you want to see, what type of content you're interested in, and I'm gonna put it out. We putting out everything. So this is my word to you that I'm going to be more present. But yes, I love you, I like you, all of those good things, and I'm happy to have you here, and I hope that you forgive me. Most importantly, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and smash that notification bell so that you know when I've uploaded another video. But this time without the disappointment, because I'm actually going to be uploading more videos. All right, you guys, I love you. Be safe. Until next time.